Put you in the brig for what you've done, but I won't do it.
What the hell's going on out here?
Talking Dicks Comedy Podcast, a podcast from the web series The Two Dicks. We went to lockdown. We came up with this podcast, and now both are up and running. You can see the moronic detectives from the 1950s on YouTube and all other platforms. But this, ladies and gentlemen, is the comedy podcast. And I'm Al Ducharme, and I'm in front of an armoire. My screen's a little crooked, and that is Al Romas. He has the Talking Dicks backdrop badge, and then he has a Beatles coffee mug, custom made.
Yes.
Al, what's going on?
Yeah, this is the mug from the Let It Be movie, Get Back, the redo from Peter Jackson. My sister had this made for me at Christmas. I'm trying to show it, but the background, it's floating and it's hard to see. But
Hold it close to your face. Hold it close to your face.
If you're on Patreon, you
there
get
it is.
Oh, there we go. You got there it is. Look at that. If you saw the movie, they're all drinking their tea. I have a coffee. The boys enjoyed their tea.
Well, they were singing.
Toast with jam.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, but
yes, so a spot of tea and some toast with jam. Be lovely, darling. Thank you, darling.
They were high and having tea, so it was high tea. Hello.
That's why you tune into this podcast. Those are jokes no one else is doing for good reason. But that's why you come here.
We love picking up the low-hanging jokes.
Yes. And you've been traveling, sir, because I saw on Instagram or one of those media sites, you and some children, some small children, and I was, of course, upset and restraining orders and various violations. But
I found a loophole.
I want to know what's happening there. Oh,
I found a loophole. As long as I stay in the van and don't go into the playground, I can sell the hotcakes and candy from out of the window.
And the loophole, you mean that it would hold up your belt, but now because your pants are down. Is that what you're saying? Sir, pull up those pants.
This is right out of the beginning. The beginning of our podcast. Any new listener is gone. Like, moving on.
They're fascinated. No, I think they'd be fascinated. What the fuck is this?
Well, yeah, the pedophiles will stay on. Ooh, maybe they can show me some tricks. I wasn't aware. Ooh. What state is this? What are the rules?
Ooh, talking dicks. I like it. Talk to me next. Talk.
We're talking.
So you were grand nephew. Is this what grand nephew?
Yes, that's of grandfather age. So technically, because I don't have any offspring myself, my wife and I. So my niece has two children, my 2-year-old niece and my 6-month-old.
How many does the 2-year-old have? Does she have? Not yet, probably. No. That's too young. I don't have kids. I'm not aware of what's going on.
I don't know how it works.
I don't know how to.
We're both kidless, and we're both named Al, and we're both
It's
dicks.
weird. It's weird. The idea you're going to find two comedians with the same first name married. Well, I'm not married, but you're married, and no children. Is the odds are.
You've been married. You know what it's like.
Ugh, I've been married. All right. It's
you know what it's like.
Al.
You're in the beginning of a new relationship. It's all like. Fun.
I've been home for a year. The cruise and met Kelly. It's been a year that we've been going out and dating and knowing each other. Can you believe that? It's hard.
I know it goes by quick. But you guys were communicating prior to that for a few months.
We should write a book. Swear to God. People ask all the time because that's you're not able to do it though, unless you're on a cruise for 5 months or in prison or something. But the idea to meet someone and talk every day and get to know them, and then when you meet in person, it's like, man, it's great.
It's like into the bedroom right now.
Yep,
let's go.
That's right.
Come on, we got all that shit out of the way.
No more chatting. Don't be
chatting. No more shirtless Zooms.
I was always cold. I don't know why.
My nipples were always rubbing up against the camera.
Hey now. So you went to Richmond, Virginia. Is that where this was? Richmond, Virginia?
Yeah, just outside of there, a suburb of Richmond,
the Fan.
Virginia.
Did you go in the Fan? think that's that area.
Not this particular time, but I do enjoy the Fan. They have some nice establishments, restaurants, and pubs and whatnot, and wine tasting joints.
So you went up there. Did you do the ceremony in the church? Did you hold the baby and they poured the water on it, and then you took care of all family business? You whacked 7 or 8.
Yes, I did. I wore my
adversaries?
Yes, these kids are adorable, by the way, and because I
He's not a pedophile, folks. Back off. They're adorable. Okay, you can say that.
I pull off the uncle, even though I'm a granduncle. I can pull off the uncle.
Sure.
And I put on my Ted Baker suit and my nice shoes, my Ted Baker shoes.
Oh, you go full Ted Baker.
I would full tilt Ted Baker.
You do a Baker act. Yeah,
I do. Yeah.
You know the Baker act? That's when you're
fabulous Baker boys.
No, Baker act. I don't know if that's just Florida. That's when you're nuts. They Baker act you for 72 hours. If they think you're could hurt yourself or someone else.
Oh.
So it's like a mental hospital for 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, the Northeast we call that a straitjacket.
Yeah, this is the Baker act. But you don't get fitted for Ted Baker outfits. You get, a white sheet, white coat.
We got the joke. We're with the joke.
All right.
Let's move on.
It's a lot of work.
Here we like to break down our jokes.
A lot of breaking, a lot of moving parts, and Jesus Christ.
Make sure everybody's getting that joke.
So you had your Baker outfit. Yeah, did they pour the water on the kid? And say
they dipped him in a pool. It was actually a marble pool in the back of the church. So we actually had to leave the front of the church, and we went down the aisles, and I had to light the candle.
What kind of Satan?
And my lovely bride Bernadette is the godmother, so she went out and bought a brand new dress. And she was looking pretty. I'm like, concentrate, Al. Light the candle. Light the candle.
Yeah, the candle was lit, it sounds like, about an hour before.
There was some melted wax. So I had to light the candle. I started walking without putting my hand up. You know how they would put their hands up like in the 1800s before electricity. I started walking, and it's a big open church. So all of a sudden that natural wind from my body moving through started to make it go out. So I had to put my hand up quickly. And just caught it before. Otherwise, I had to go back and relight it, and I would have come.
You were like
Muhammad
Ali at the Olympics.
Yeah.
Ali holding the torch, and a little shaky. We didn't know if he was going to make it, the old champ, but he did.
He was awesome.
But
Muhammad was awesome, amateur magician, and very funny. Great timing sense.
Hilarious, and a great. Look
Human
what he did.
being.
I mean, who would do that? Who the fuck would do something like that? Give up his career to go to jail. For something he believed in.
Yeah,
boy, we don't have those people anymore. I don't think anyone believes in anything.
He wasn't a pussy because they get in that ring.
Oh,
and it was getting pounded by some of these biggest people in the world with 800-pound thrusts in their fist at your face.
I think it was Floyd Patterson wouldn't call him Ali. He was calling him Clay, and when he was Ali, and he beat the shit. And there's that famous picture. He stands over him and he's saying to him, "What's my name? Yep. What's my name?" Just keep saying it.
He gave him motivation.
He kept saying Clay, and he's like, "That's not my name. My name's Ali." And he goes, "All right, Clay." And he was like, "All right, well, I'm going to fucking kill you." So look that up on YouTube, folks. Muhammad Ali, Floyd Patterson. I believe it's Patterson. I could be wrong, but I think I'm right.
I love that guy. I love Ali. I the late Ali.
How can you not? How can you
but
not?
there's a picture of him coming out of the Alfred Hotel in Philadelphia, a black and white picture. And it was blowing up. They were actually selling it on one of the cruise ships, and it was signed by him, so they say. And I thought about pulling the trigger. And I'm like, why don't I just get it from the internet?
Right.
Frame it from IKEA. Put it on my wall. Anybody breaks in and steals it, I'm like, I'll order another one.
And that autograph though is like a lithograph. I mean, it's lifted from the autograph.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Ali didn't sign that, so it's autographed, but does it count?
Lithograph.
I don't think it counts. I don't think it.
Or I could go to his grave, dig him up, and put a pen in his hand, and like try to will him.
Yeah.
And I put Clay, and then he's going to scribble it out and go, "No,
what's my name? What's my name?" It beat the shit out of you.
What's my name? From the grave.
Beat up by a fucking
skeleton.
I mean, what's left of him at this point?
skeleton.
Yeah. So I wouldn't do that. I would just buy the lithograph.
He wasn't
You don't want to
cremated,
dig
right?
up LE. Well, I don't know. What am I, a fucking historian now? I'm just a guy. You know what I mean? I don't. Was he cremated? I don't know. How would I know that?
I thought, mate, you do have some knowledge.
Not much. Not much. I know a couple things about the Beatles.
I thought it was a legitimate question to ask you.
That's it.
I
Nah,
thought maybe.
I'm pretty limited.
All right. Okay. Because you do come up with these weird things, these facts
every now and
sometimes.
then.
I'm like,
Blind
right.
squirrel. You know what I mean?
All right.
So you went up, you had to do the thing, the ceremony, and then what we have? We have a party of some kind. We have do we have hors d'oeuvres? Do we have cold cuts?
We go back to my niece and her husband's home, which is, it's in a suburb of Virginia. So it's one of these.
Are these the watch people?
Yeah, these are Hanley Watches, our sponsor.
Hanley
Watches. If you want to have a good time, you got to have a good watch. I just fucked it up.
Ugh.
Hanley Watches at hanleywatches.com. I'll do it really here. I'll do it right now.
I still don't have one. I've never gotten a Hanley watch sent.
I sent you one. I sent you one.
I never got it.
I don't know what happened. I sent it snail mail. Here we go. Hanley Watches, hanleywatches.com. You want to have a good time? You have to have a good watch. Hanley Watches.
There you go.
How about that?
Yeah. So you go back to their pad.
I'll send you a Hanley watch.
Thank you. You go back to their pad.
For Christmas.
What do we got? Hors d'oeuvres? We got some, what do we have?
Booze.
Got some deviled eggs?
Well, first of all, you have the immediate family coming. Jay, his family lives, his parents live 3 hours away, but his brother and his family.
Who's Jay?
Kids,
oh, the husband.
The husband.
The swinging dick.
My niece's husband. So what does that make him? My nephew by marriage? My in-law nephew?
Nephew-in-law?
Nephew-in-law?
I don't know if there's a title. I think you just call him Jay.
I call him Jay.
Yeah.
And I drink his booze when I'm there.
Goddamn right you do. You flew up from LA, I'm entitled.
We certainly are.
They have deviled eggs. They have any? I like a spread. I like a spread. I put it on the tee box for you there, sir. Hit it.
I'm not doing it. I'm not.
Hit that fucking ball. Come on.
Who doesn't like a good spread? Come on now. Especially in the morning.
Hey. No, I'm saying, what do they have? This is a baptism thing? Is it a party? Is it? I don't.
It was a good time, but a little bit of a debacle. They ordered make your own taco from a restaurant that was 30 minutes away.
Make your own taco.
Make your own taco. It was like a taco bar.
I'm wearing a Ted Baker outfit. I can't be making a taco.
No, I immediately changed into my street
fuck is going on here?
Back. Yeah. Yeah.
You would change into what? A Speedo?
No, I changed shorts and
no, what did you say? You said I changed into and it sounded like Speedo.
I said immediately.
Oh, street clothes, you said.
Street clothes.
I heard Speedo.
Yeah, okay. That's all right.
Uncle Al's wearing a Speedo. Get the baby.
And why is he in the kiddie pool?
So
Hello. There's a lot of pedophilia talk about this. And
make your own tacos. Do I like that? I don't know.
I don't know. It was interesting instead of the deviled eggs. There was some hors d'oeuvres. There was some, charcuterie, whatever you want to call it.
I call it charcuterie. I don't know what you
charcuterie.
I don't know what the hell that's. I don't know what's happening there.
Is it? It's Italian. So is it CI?
CH.
No. It is. So it's cha.
Char.
Coot.
Ari. There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, you get a lot of lessons here. We're hooked on.
It's one of the other things I know. I also know how to say charcuterie. Those are my three things. But I like that build your own taco sounds fun on a Friday night party or something maybe, but I don't know. If you're dressed nicely and
it's a choice. Most of the people actually changed out of their church clothes.
All right.
Because most of them live nearby or they're staying.
All right. You dig into some tacos and
Yes, but there was a bit of a problem. My sister and her new fiance, by the way, my sister is
What?
engaged. Yeah.
What?
It's
Oh, the eye
all
surgery worked.
all
Congratulations, Barb. The eye surgery put your man.
My sister had eyelid surgery,
That's
which
right.
I'm not giving anything away. She actually was on our podcast and talked
She
all about
was.
it. And it was one of our
Most
biggest
popular
podcast download wise.
It shows we know nothing. We're booking Dane Cook,
Dude,
but
I put
Al's
pictures.
sister with eye job. People loved it. So
I put the Two Dicks podcast. You know, we get a certain amount of views and likes. I put a picture of me with my godson and my grandniece. 250, like in like 2 hours. I'm like, are you
exactly?
Kidding me?
I know. I got a picture with Bruce Arians and Jim Manelli. People love it, but we put up Talking Dicks. I think because we've also done this for a long time, so I think people are just kind of, oh yeah, we get it. I think if we stopped and didn't post it, they might be like, hey, whatever happened?
11,000 views on Instagram reel of my nephew bouncing in his little bouncer.
Oh, that was a good one, no doubt about it.
11,000 views.
I've watched it about 10,000 times. I can't get enough.
With your pants off.
Well, I have a loophole. I found one. So what's the go to the taco debacle? That might be a nice place sounding restaurant, right?
It was $281 for the taco bar, and it came in 4 or 5 bags with handles on them, like big brown bags. So my sister and her fiance go there to pick them up. A half hour away, too far.
Wait, let's go back for a sec. Well, just one quick question while this, because what the fiance? We like him? We like this guy, or are we staying and then talk off air? What are we doing here?
And our initial impression is very nice guy. He's trying a little bit too hard because he's trying to make an impression, and they were dating in a very short period of time before he sprung the question. But they're in their 50s, so you don't want to wait too long on this stuff.
How long before they were dating did he pop it?
Paulie, how long was my sister dating her fiance before he popped the question and she accepted?
Didn't your niece say 9 months? Am I wrong on that?
I think that's my niece said 9 months. I think it's more like 5 or 6.
Yeah, it felt like it was shorter, but
it was shorter. And my sister tried to cover because, but at the same time, hey, you know what?
What are you gonna do? Yeah, they're not getting younger,
and they're not getting married until 2023. So
all right, and those eyes aren't going to last. I mean, how long is that eye job going to last? You know what I mean?
4 years tops.
That's it. Then
yeah.
So you got to marry her now.
Yeah.
While those lids are still looking good.
Well, he appears to be a nice guy, very polite, very generous and all that. But that I've met him twice over a 3-day span. So
yeah. Did they meet online?
They did.
Interesting.
And he lives an hour away.
Okay.
So
well, I'm happy for her. I mean, if she's happy, great. That's all you want.
She seems to be. They're very smitten. There's a lot of hey, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, all that, like us.
Yeah, that's. I like it. That's good. So go back now. Taco Debacle, which I think again is a great name for a place, but Taco.
We can even put that in the description when we post this. She showed up and they hand her one brown bag, and it's supposed to be 4 or 5, and she goes, where's the rest of it? And they go, that's it. She said, she said, this is a $281 order of tacos. And they said, that's it. Just the one bag. And it's a big bag, but she goes, no, she goes, I got a house full of people.
Right.
I got 30, 40 people.
Yeah.
This isn't it. This is it. She goes, no, Teddy.
Yeah, he's hearing about tacos.
Can you get the manager, please? She goes back. She gets the manager. He comes out. He goes, very defensive. This is it. This is your order. She goes, no, it's $281. There's 30, 35, 40 people. It's a half hour away. He goes, nope, that's the whole order. She goes, no, I don't think so. She goes back and forth. Then she's getting steamed. And she goes, listen, this is not the full order. And he goes, that's the full order. And her fiance
moly.
is like, he goes, no, it's fine. We're fine. We'll go. He's trying to be nice, Mr. Diplomat, you know. So they leave. They drive a half hour. They get to the house. And sure enough, there's 4 bags missing.
Oh.
So someone who lives 15 minutes away from the taco place, who's coming to the party, goes there. Well, gets all the 4 bags remaining. They had to make it again. They actually get 5 bags this time, and then they took the $280 off the credit card free. And apologized.
But I'm convinced. Who took the 4 bags? Who was it?
Someone that was attending the party.
They took the 4 bags.
No, they went and got a new order. They got the complete order.
But what happened to the original? Why was
no explanation? We apologize. Our misunderstanding. But my sister says, I'm looking right at him. She says, holding up this brown bag, like a grocery bag with handles on, saying, this is not $281. It's tacos.
Sure. Exactly.
There's guacamole. There's some cheese and lettuce. Yeah. It's tacos.
Yeah.
There's 4 or 5 bags. And they're like, no, that's it.
Oh, my God.
So what is going on? Because this has become an issue.
That is a debacle.
You've run into this now a lot with this. There seems to be a large number of people in the service industry who are either new to the industry, coming into it because of this whole pandemic. A lot of people that left that were pros have gone on to other things, other companies. And there's all these people that are coming in that have no clue, but there's a common sense thing. There's just like a common sense thing about who was telling us about the bags, the double bags in the grocery store. He was double bagging it, and the woman from the podium says, "Sir, you're wasting bags."
Who was
who worked at someone? Who was that?
I don't know.
Sir, you're wasting bags.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he goes, "No, last time the bag broke, the handle broke, and my groceries fell at the bottom." And some things he said, so I'm double bagging them. I just spent $300. She goes, "Well, if you take you're overfilling the bags. If you put half of the items in the bag and get another bag, then it won't break." And she said, "But you're wasting bags." He said, "Wait a minute.
I'm going to be
using the same amount of bags that you're telling me.
It's 2 bags either way."
Yeah, but she couldn't get it. She couldn't. There's a lot of this going on.
I know there is. You're right. I've had a lot with the DoorDash. I remember we were going to pick you up that night at the airport, and the pizza, they didn't deliver it. There's a lot. I don't know if it's just people not giving a shit, like your basic whatever service industry. I think people gave a shit back in the day a little, and I don't think they care now. They really.
But that whole thing, and I sound like an old man. The customer comes first. Well, that. Yeah. And the customer comes first doesn't exist.
No, that's gone. That's gone.
And I'm not saying everywhere because
I am.
But I'm
saying everywhere.
Now some people are not making enough.
Bernadette claims it's the wage. They're not making enough wage.
That's a communist way to look at it, but all right. If they're all paid the same, they would be okay.
Yeah. The communist word already came up about you.
Yes.
Well, people work in communist countries. They work.
I'm not saying that. Yes.
Yes, he agrees with that. They do. And they all have very nice clothing. It's the same color and size. It's large, baggy, gray clothing.
Right. And they live in a nice little box with an old 1974 air conditioner hanging out the window about to drop.
And all the cars are the same, and they're all the same color.
It's not, but cigars are $5.
And cigars are $5. So that's why we're moving there.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So then everything got solved. You have a nice time. Eat tacos. You drink some. What are you drinking? What are you drinking at a baptism?
I start off with a beer.
A beer
immediately. After we get back, we start with a beer. Football game's on. So Jay's father is a big Redskins fan, and they lost, by the way.
Commanders, you mean?
Yes, we went over the correction of the name. It's just a horrible renaming and rebranding. It's just horrible.
The dumbest thing ever.
Yeah.
So stupid.
The champions. I take the champions over the Commanders. I'll take the tribe.
Yeah. What about the foreskins? No Redskins.
How about the foreskins? Yeah.
You got skins in there still, and
Yeah.
no Indian thing. Foreskins.
There you go.
I don't know if it was considered. You think Bezos is going to buy it? I saw him sitting in the box during the game with Goodell. They're going to move what's his name out.
One
Snyder.
check cash.
So
One
I think
check
so.
cash. How many Billy? How many Bill?
The Commanders at this point, I mean,
Two?
two bill, a bill, two bill, because they're not winning. I think they need a new stadium. It's not like the
Yeah, but you don't want to get in the
Cowboys.
bidding war. So that the guy
No.
who bought the Clippers, what's his name? Was it Allen? Who bought the Clippers? The Microsoft
Ballmer.
guy. Balmer. Oh, that's right. Him.
Ballmer. Yeah.
Steve Ballmer.
Steve
He went
Ballmer.
in. It's going to be a bidding war. It's going to be over $1 billion. It's going to be 1.2, 1.3. He went $2
Not
billion.
with him.
Goodbye.
Yeah, that's it.
Rebuilt the stadium.
Yeah.
And within a couple of years, huge profit.
They haven't won. They haven't won yet. It's not as these guys all think if I just throw money at it, I can.
Yeah,
it takes so much. You're not
but
going to
they're
win.
so much better now.
They're better, right? But I'm saying money just doesn't guarantee a winning team.
No, it's a formula.
So much to do. So much.
It can
like
move
the
things
Patriots.
along.
The Patriots have Belichick. He's probably the greatest coach of all time.
Mm-hmm.
But they're probably not going to win again in his lifetime. You know what I mean? It's not you had success because you had Brady and you had a defense. So now, without that, you're just a guy again. A good coach, but you got to have players. Without players, doesn't matter who's coaching.
Yeah, when everything lined up, when they had receivers, defense, the GOAT, and the GOAT coach.
And it'll never happen again.
How do you get all of that?
Right. This is what I'm saying. It'll never happen again.
18-year reign.
Nah. It was amazing.
You can always replace your receivers. You're always going to get a couple of hot receivers,
And a good quarterback like a Brady can make a receiver who's just kind of a guy
and take him up to the next notch.
Yeah, and he'll have a great season. And then he gets paid $80 million and he goes to another team and he blows.
Yeah, the guy that was who was fast, getting open, but he was dropping passes, all of a sudden Brady gets in his head.
Yeah.
And his hands become flypaper.
Right.
Because he's working on the brain. He's putting
that's it, man. It's 90. What do they say? 90-something% mental sports, I guess. Mm-hmm. But so you have the party, and then what? Fly home the next day?
We hung around. My niece made reservations at a local Italian restaurant called Portico. It's a house, a cute little house where they turned it into a big garden and restaurant. And we ate outside. We did this last year when we went there. Great dinner. Dude, I had an old fashioned that rivaled the great John Beckmeyer old fashioned. Now, John Beckmeyer, the owner of Chemical One, the fire station where we
I haven't had a Beckmeyer
turf
old fashioned, so I don't know how to judge that. I have not tried one of his.
But you've had some good old fashions, correct?
Oh, I've had some great ones. In fact, there's one here in Clearwater, Florida, at the Marriott rooftop, I believe, is the best I've ever had. That's a smoked old fashioned.
Yes.
And speaking of which, Jimmy Manelli claims that Bullet Bourbon, they make a bottle where it's old fashioned and all the ingredients, just take it home, pour it over ice. And he goes, it's as good as most of the old fashions you're going to drink at a bar or a restaurant. So I
had it. I had that very one because but I didn't have it as an old fashioned. I just had it. I had one ice cube, and just about that much.
You mean
bullet?
Just
Bullet
bourbon?
But it was that smoked one with all the extra ingredient. I'm like, what bullet is this? Because I know they have 5 or 6 of them. But anyways, John Beckmeyer makes one of the top old fashions, and this one.
Beckmeyer.
This is one of those. It's a house where they have all the herbs and everything in the yard. They just right to the table, right to the kitchen.
Orange slice or cherry?
I did the orange. Nice. Now, last night I went to Mr. O's across the way here, just a few blocks, which they make a shiitake mushroom infused smoked old fashioned. It's their signature drink. It's $18.
Yeah,
and they switched out the shiitake mushroom for a candy apple in the shape of a mushroom, and they added brown butter.
Why mushroom? Mushroom in the old fashioned?
Brown butter, sweet brown butter to it. And I had it last night, and I've had this before. The guy making it was off. It was off.
Yeah,
So we
Wow.
pulled up our stakes and went back down to Granville, just down the road here, because Granville makes a very good one. I had
For $18, you got to hit. the home
no,
run.
you got to hit.
Can't be
Otherwise,
missing.
give me a $14 one if it's
No,
not going to be.
$18. I'm gonna like that's like insurance. Like I know
Yeah.
I'm getting this is gonna be a great drink.
I've
And if it's
had
not, then it's like, I'm out.
I've had probably 8 of them over the last 2 years,
Mhm.
and every time I've had it, with the exception of last night.
Why
like,
mushroom though? I don't understand what the mushroom's doing in there.
I
don't
don't
like it.
know, but it worked.
Hmm.
That's what I thought. I go, let me try this, and I was, oh my Lord, it was
all right.
amazing. But they switched it out with
Also, your
candy
bartender,
apple.
and then if he doesn't know exactly,
He had
what
too
he's
much
doing,
brown butter and not enough
Yeah.
bourbon. You know what it is? Because of inflation, they're changing ingredients on stuff because it's cheaper. Their
Mhm.
profit margins they're keeping the menus at the same
Mhm.
price and then using cheaper ingredients. That's my theory.
I believe it. I mean, geez, every time I go to just go to the grocery store and once because I only get there about once a month with travel and every time I go, everything's different. Prices no matter what. If the eggs were $4 a month ago, now they're $4.22. And it's just little increment of
Increments.
moving up.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
you won't notice
it's
it.
so funny. We weren't experiencing too much of the inflation here when it was because they've been talking about it for 8 months. And I guess we didn't experience until recently. Now I'm seeing a big jump.
Yeah. It's happening, man. It's out there.
It's out there. Mhm.
Yeah. So then you flew back yesterday? You flew back yesterday.
We did. We flew back. Here's the deal. We took a 6:15 a.m. flight, and they live 40 minutes from the airport. So we had a 3:55 a.m. Uber pick us up.
3:55.
We were
AM
zombies.
Uber?
We were zombies yesterday. Yeah. And that's the same thing on the way out because our flights, we were able to get
awful.
2 flights for $650. If we did it this way.
Hours.
If we didn't, it was double. It was $1,200.
No,
So we said we'd rather spend that on a nice meal, and we went out last night. So
yeah,
and going out over the next few nights.
Rather spend that on a shiitake old fashioned. I'm not gonna waste it on a flight.
Yeah.
How was that Uber driver at 3:55?
Too much. No.
Chatty.
He pulled up in front at 3:55 a.m., opens his trunk, and we're coming out of the house, and it's a cul-de-sac. So it's all the sound. He goes, "Good morning, good morning," and then he's talking. Bernadette's going, "Oh yeah, thank you." You go, "Well, put it in the thing." "Oh, how are you today?" I went, "Shh," and he stopped dead in his tracks.
There is no today. How are you today? It hasn't even started, sir.
Yeah, it's just this is all.
Yeah.
We just rolled out of bed 25 minutes earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Bernadette goes, "Do you want to sleep in our clothing?" And my godson is in the next room.
Yeah. And he's 18, which is
18.
Seems ridiculous, but
so I went in and changed him.
Yeah.
He's not mentally challenged. He's into it. He pays me. He pays me $1,000 to change him.
To change him?
Uncle, he's 18. Yeah. He goes, "Uncle, I'm going to $500." I said, "No, $1,000." He said, "Okay, I'm going to shit myself and you got to change me." I said, "Okay."
I would need more.
See, this is why Kelly thinks that this podcast is not funny.
I'm not good with the diaper stuff. My dog, that picking up the shit
warm shit.
I can't, man. I can't do it. I can't do
rough.
it.
Do you kick it? Do you put stuff on it? Do you hide it?
Do I hide it?
You're not picking up your dog's shit.
I pick it up. I'm saying I don't like it though, and I'm very.
Oh, I love it.
Well, you do. You seem like you're in there changing your nephew or whatever, godson. All
right, we got to change the speed right now.
Sake? Where's his mother, for God's sake? Yeah, let's move.
Do we have a question?
We have a question today. Also, we got to go over our picks from last week. I think we were both tied. I think we were both 2-1, I believe. But we do have a question. There it is, folks, if you can see it. Send us any questions you like on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter. Two Dicks, Talking Dicks Comedy Podcast is the way to reach us. And here we go. This is from Instagram. Some character named Sean McC on Instagram.
Thank you, Sean McC, for asking a question.
And he writes, what, my handwriting. What are your 3 desert island discs? What are your 3? Remember that show? If you don't remember it, anyone? It was a radio show. I think it was on the BBC. And you would bring in a celeb and you would ask him, if you were trapped on a desert island, what are the records that you brought with you? And this guy, Sean McC, wants to know, what are our three, which is tough, desert island. You do one, I'll do one, you do one, I'll do. Let's bounce around a little here.
Should we just get the Beatles out of the way? Do you want to do White Album right out of the gate?
I would start with the White Album. It's a double, so we
can we have the same one? Can we
sure.
have all right, because we both knew we were going to do that.
Yeah, gotta go White Album.
Okay, what's the next 2? Go ahead.
I'll go my next desert island disc. Boy, I should have given this a little thought. Could have moved this along during the pod here. Do you have one at the ready? Because
I'm going to do Joshua Tree, YouTube.
U2 or YouTube?
Oh, you say YouTube? I probably did. Freudian slip.
Yeah,
Freudian
I was just talking about them the other day. I think with John Shipman. I saw this weekend. We went to the Giants game. Are they relative anymore? U2? I mean, I know they could probably sell out stadium, but are they relative?
No new music. There's really no new.
No
big...
one. Yeah.
I mean, like Rattle and Hum was live concert.
It's great.
Was unbelievable. But I'm going to stick with Joshua Tree for the disc.
Okay, Joshua Tree. I'll go.
Where the streets have no names. Oh, where the streets have no names. Yeah.
Let's see. I got the White Album. I'll go. I'm gonna go Springsteen.
Oh,
maybe I do. I do The River, another double album. So I got 4 discs, a lot of good songs.
Oh, that's a good one, man.
And he got his union card and a wedding coat. It's a wedding coat. Hey, that line always bugged me. You know what I mean?
Dancing
a wedding coat
in the dark.
Wedding coat. That one's a reach for a rhyme. You know what I mean?
Cadillac, coming down the road, long, shiny, and black.
That's a good one. Burt Reynolds in that black Trans Am. Yeah, there you go. So
at least
that's
I
my
attempt
second.
The impression.
Yeah. And you got one more. You got a desert island disc. You got a 3rd disc you're bringing to the desert island.
Yeah, 3rd one's going to be a little more difficult. And
it's a toughie.
I do have a few that I could pick, and you're going to give me shit about it. But I'm going to go with Best of Foo Fighters. I love their sound. I get into it.
Best of Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
Is there a best of? Do they have a greatest hits album?
Greatest hits. Yeah.
They do have a one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Because they seem like kind of purists, like they wouldn't have a greatest hit. Like a lot of bands don't like greatest hits because you're kind of ripping off your fans. It's like, oh, here's music you already have, but it's on a new album.
But all my favorites are condensed into this one. You're right. Is there a rule here? I can't pick that one?
No, you can pick anything you want.
All right, well, then stop giving me shit about it.
I'm just sorry. Wow.
I got a confession to make. I'm your fool.
I think I'm going to go Beatles again.
Oh, what? Oh, no, there's got to be a rule for that.
No, it's my desert island disc. I can take anything I want to the desert island.
Your desert island is not my desert island. I'll tell you that right now.
These are separate islands, but the podcasting will be difficult from the islands. Between Wi-Fi and microphones and other things.
We use coconuts.
Yeah. The professor on Gilligan's, we'll get him to hook something up for us.
Gilligan.
I can do everything but fix a boat. Whatever else you need, though, I can do, but I can't fix that boat.
That's the old joke.
It's the oldest joke in stand-up comedy. No, I mean, since 1978 or something. But my other one would be Revolver. I'm in a big... They've just reissued it, and now the Beatle fans, the real fans, we've all decided Revolver
This is
is
thin. This is thin.
Revolver is better than Pepper. That's the Beatle fan take. Now the regular person goes Sgt. Pepper, but if you know what you're talking about, Revolver's better album. So those are my three: Revolver, the White Album, and what was my other one? I already forgot my discs. I got
The
the White
River.
Album. Oh, and the River.
Springsteen.
Yeah,
which is excellent choice.
So I
But
got five
I'm
albums.
gonna foo your double Beatles.
Why?
It just
They're Desert Island discs.
you're gonna anybody you're gonna go crazy.
Mhm.
If anybody washes up on shore, you're gonna eat them immediately.
Hey now.
I like a nice spread.
Okay. Oh, that'd have been a good ending, but we got things to do. We got business here. Business,
All right.
sir.
All right.
Hey, did you see my picture I posted? Met Bruce Arians.
I know that was kind of cool. The
Super Bowl
now
winning coach.
retired. But he is employed, but he stepped down from coaching because him and Tom Brady, even though they won a Super Bowl together.
Yeah, they claim that's not the reason, but it is. They butted heads, and but he's on the sidelines, so I don't know what he's doing. He's supposed to be in the box, and the league told him if you're back on the sidelines next week and yelling at people, we're going to fine you.
When Brady retires again, So what's going on with Brady's marriage?
I don't know, but now he's got Wednesdays off. That's his new part of his new thing.
To be with his family?
He has Wednesdays off. I don't know what he's doing on those Wednesdays.
It's Sprint Spaghetti Day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hold on. What's that?
What's the peanut gallery?
She's chiming in about. I mentioned Tom Brady. The women get all.
It's like that. We watched Elvis last night. Have you seen the Elvis movie?
I want to see that, honey. Can we watch the Elvis movie tonight, please? Can we?
Sure. You haven't watched my LSD movie with me. Yeah.
She wants me to watch the microdosing LSD movie.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, the Elvis movie. You got to. I got to watch it. And I thought it was good, but it's too much with Tom Hanks as Colonel Parker. Like it's a lot of Parker, and nobody gives a shit about this guy. You know what I mean? It was so more Elvis, less Colonel Parker. And then, of course, I do a deep dive after watching it. And I'm watching a video of Ted Koppel interview Colonel Parker, and he sounds like a regular guy. And for some reason in the movie, Hanks decided to throw on this bizarre, fucking weird European accent, which makes no sense. So you're like, what? I don't think he sounded like that. Then I listened to him with Ted Koppel. He's like, no, he's a guy. Something he's from fucking West Virginia. So a little strange, some of the choices.
Kind of wish I didn't know that beforehand, but okay.
Why? It's not a spoiler. I'm telling you. So now you know. It's a good thing to know when you're watching it. That voice isn't what Parker sounds like.
Well, you're saying more. It was more Parker than Elvis, and you wanted to see more Elvis. But on the contrary, we always hear Elvis, and then Parker.
But nobody wants Parker's a clown. Yeah. He really a piece of garbage, to be honest. I mean, this guy he didn't have a passport. He didn't belong to a country. You know what I mean? He was from Holland and
a man with no land,
no country. Yeah,
no country.
Yeah, remember that movie when we were kids?
Yeah,
it was a TV movie, The Man Without a Country. It was a true story. Guy talked badly about the United States and he hated it. And the judge put him on a boat and said, you can float around now for the rest of your life. I'll give you a little crew and that's where you live.
Tom Hanks portrays Colonel Parker, a man with no country. And then he was in a movie called Terminal about a man with no country. Interesting.
Connect the dots on that, if you will.
Hello. And how about...
But they gloss over
Castaway. Castaway, a man
without a country. Wow.
Look at that.
It's all there. It's all there, folks, if you want to read through the lines.
Paul is dead. Dead. Two Beatle albums. What are you, nuts?
They gloss over the whole Priscilla's 14 when they meet. You know, there's a lot of things like you go, oh, we're not going to get into that, huh? Okay. We're not going to get into that. Okay.
Come on, baby. I want you to crawl up in my big boy. How old was Elvis at the time?
Elvis would have probably, late 20s. You know,
Jerry Lee Lewis,
Philip, baby,
and Jeffrey Ross. They're all all the same.
Jerry Lee, that was his cousin too, which made it a little more exciting, I guess.
First cousin, second.
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question. But with those people, could be any number of generations. You know what I mean? Him and
Well,
Swagger.
look at the royal family. We talked
Sure.
about this.
Yes. Yes. True.
You're marrying your cousin.
Yeah. Mama
What?
Lex, daddy.
We gotta keep the blood pure.
So yeah.
So how are we different from the Nazis? Shut up.
Well worth checking out though, the Elvis movie. Oh, by the way, speaking of old fashions, I had two outstanding old fashions Sunday night. Ruth's Chris in New Jersey. Solid old fashions. Great job. Ruth's Chris is like
consistent?
it's underrated almost. That's how good it is. You know
I
what
think
I mean?
it went through a period where, because we used to do the Ruth Chris, and then we started doing, New York City. You have what is it? Demonaco,
Smith and
Walensky, and then Peter Luger's going to Brooklyn.
Peter Luger.
Yeah. I will say Peter Luger's was.
Luger's is great. It's great. I don't like with the Peter. You have to have the Peter Luger card. They don't accept other cards. It's cash or Luger card. All right, calm down. You know what I mean?
Well, hey, that's about cash.
No, I get it. I'm not saying it's
That's
stupid.
New York. Hey, how you doing?
it's-
Yeah, you want? You want to use credit card? You got to fill out this form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me take it. I got
care
the
of it.
Luger card. You guys throw it a little bit, but I got the card.
Well,
All
our
right.
annual Peter Luger's that we did often with the Cotters and Corey Kahaney and her husband Ken Misrock. Even Lenny Marcus joined us one year. Vic Henley joined us, the late Vic Henley. We would often go right to the bar, belly up, and have some sort of whiskey drink. It could be an old fashioned or whatever. Then we go to the table and we order the bottle or two of wine. And then we'd get two steaks that were medium and one steak that was medium rare. And that would serve the entire table. We do the mashed potato, spinach and cream spinach.
And
the tomato and
their sides,
onion,
they're massive,
beefsteak tomato. Yeah,
big amounts. Big, yeah. That's a good meal. Sounds like a good one.
And then we trek back. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna look. I was looking at my notes. I keep notes here, son. Looking at football games from last week. We had some picks in the league where they play for pay. I think we both were 2-1. We picked 3 games last week, 2-1 for the week. And this week, we did. I had the Giants last week over the Panthers, which
I picked the Panthers,
which happened.
Right? Did I pick the Panthers? Yeah.
You picked.
I picked the Pats. Oh, I picked the Pats over the Steelers, and they won.
Yes, you did.
So they're 1-1.
And we both did. We take. I don't have my note. Tampa Bay. I took Tampa Bay over
we both
the
took
Saints.
Tampa Bay.
Okay, so 2-1 each. Now this Sunday, got some big contests here and Monday Night Football. Tampa Bay will be in London Sunday. Tally-ho, London. Early morning rise, crumpets, tea with the Packers. And what do you like? We don't do points here when we pick. There's just winners. Do you like the Bucks in London against the 2-time in a row MVP,
Packers.
Aaron Rodgers? But they are 0-2 right now, the Pack, I believe.
I know.
Are they 0-2 or 1-1? Not exactly.
I'll pull it up.
Pull it out.
1-1.
Find a loophole. Find a
They're
loophole.
1-1.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, they said if the Packers did not beat, who were they playing against? Who were they playing against?
I don't remember.
He says they don't beat them, then their season's it's pretty much.
Well, your percentage of teams that start 0-2 generally don't make the playoffs.
No.
So my team is 2-0, by the way, just letting you know.
I know, that's fantastic.
Which would a lot of smoke, a lot of mirrors.
That's okay.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
And I told you, I said, don't get arrested for the possession of disappointment, and you didn't. You evaded.
Beautiful game.
Your buddy
John Shipman and I, and then we had better seats than Eli Manning. We were
I know
about
you were
5
sitting
rows
in front
lower.
of Eli.
then Eli
And he kept taking pictures
John.
of him. He's like, okay, boys, relax.
Well, the whole section was chanting. They were doing the Eli Manning. That was going
he's
on.
two Super Bowls.
Yeah, he was
gave
digging
two
it.
Super Bowls.
I liked it though. He wasn't in a suite. He was like, I'm going to sit with fans. And he wore shades. And then people noticed him. And once that was out, he was enjoying it. He was laughing, waving, and then back to the game. And yeah, they won. And we're 2-0, but we got what do you call it? The Cowboys, Monday Night Football. The 1-1 Cowboys come to New York to play the 2-0 New York Football Giants. Who do you like in that one, Alfred?
Well, Dallas doesn't really have a quarterback, right?
Cooper Rush.
Huh.
He won last week.
Yeah.
And I don't buy into Prescott anyway, so I don't think it's that big a deal.
Okay.
To be honest.
Really?
In New York, in the Meadowlands, New Jersey.
I'm going to go home team advantage and go with the Giants.
You're going with the G-men. We both are. I'm taking the Giants. What about Tampa Bay Packers? London.
In London. That's going to be an interesting game.
No Mike Evans for Tampa Bay. Their best receiver was thrown out for fighting.
Yeah, he suspended a game. Protecting his quarterback.
That's right. You know how many?
Wow. Did you see him come running out full force? 200 pounds, 220 pounds. Hit that guy.
And they asked Brady if he should have been suspended. He goes, "It's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous." Watch the week after. I would bet heavy on the Bucks the week because Brady's going to throw to Mike Evans 400 times that game. Like, you know what I mean? You had my back. You got suspended. Now you're gonna have 5 TDs this game. But what do you think? Without Mike Evans in London, Aaron Rodgers,
and they're 1-1, right? Two.
They're 1-1. Bucks are 2-0.
Well, see, I'm a Brady fan. I'm going with Brady.
You're going with Brady.
I know.
I'm gonna go with the Pack.
Okay.
The Mike Evans thing is huge. I mean, that's
but Brady can also give some of these secondary guys an opportunity to shine. So,
I agree. It's not a game I wouldn't be shocked if the Bucks win. I'm like, yeah, but I'll just go. I'm going with the Pack. And then for game number 3, this is a good game. Your New England Patriots versus the Baltimore Ravens with Mr. Lamar Jackson, who's going to be a free agent. Hello,
he had quite the game.
Giants calling.
Giants. I know.
Let's go, buddy.
I'm going to go with the Ravens. I'm sorry. I'm breaking away from my loyalty only because Lamar Jackson.
So weak.
Yeah, they're paper thin.
You don't go with your. And that's the right call. You know what? To make this fun, because I don't want to go. I'll go with the Pats, just for fun. And
wow.
Because otherwise, we only have one game. You know, to separate us in the standings.
I got you. Okay.
So let's recap. Tampa Bay Packers. Al Ducharme likes the Bucks. I like the Pack. We both like the Giants over the Cowboys on Monday Night Football. And I'm going with the Patriots. And Al's going with the Ravens on Sunday. Those are your picks for week 3 in the league where they play for pay.
Hey, did we both? You picked 2 Beatles albums. Did I pick up my 3rd album? What did I say?
You did U2. You did Best of Foo Fighters, and you did the White Album. So you did.
Oh, I did. Okay. We both.
You did a greatest hits, kind of weak, but whatever. Greatest hits. Who does that? That's weak. That's not an album. That's not even an album, really. That was made by the record company.
On some of the old American Airlines planes, they have where the dial with like 9 radio stations you can listen to. Classical music. You ever do that? They don't have it anymore, but they used to have the Foo Fighters radio station.
Oh, what year are we talking here? I don't
These
remember.
These are old planes. Station. The first plane we took yesterday. Oh, by the way, we had a layover in Miami to get that cheap flight.
Ugh.
But everything was on time. We landed
How long a layover?
Instead of taking the bus that goes around LAX to go to the Lyft Uber parking lot, which is way off, it's a nightmare. We actually decided, let's walk this time. We walked through the terminals, walked right over. I called my Uber. It pulled up within 2 minutes. It was like butter. I'm like, oh, I'm doing that again.
How long was the Miami layover?
Hour and 20. We went to the Admirals Club, had a little bit of lunch, a little breakfast.
Okay. American, good.
Yeah,
American Air.
I got the status. We got our upgrades to first class on the first one, and the second plane it was a 777. We got premium seats. There's coach, premium, business first, and we ended up getting the premium, and it was equal or better than the first class on the smaller plane. So there you go, because that was an international flight.
I had a 3-hour layover in Charlotte, and by the way, what's a better airport? I mean Tampa, but Charlotte Airport is fabulous for.
They introduced the rocking chairs now that you're seeing
rocking chairs, lot of options to eat. It's good. I mean, it's
bustling
nice.
though.
It's bustling.
10 years ago, it was great because they introduced the rocking chairs and they had some good restaurants. And
you're not getting you're gonna wait for a rocker.
Double the amount of people.
Yeah.
You're not getting a rocker.
And I went to the tap room. So I had 7 wings. A couple little French fries
and a partridge in a pear tree. It was great.
And a club soda. What's my price on that bill?
Oh my God! Give me a rundown real quick again.
So you weren't even listening. You tried to get that fucking joke in. Now you're interested because of price. Now you're like, what? Say it again.
That's me. I am a numbers guy. He's a numbers guy.
Yeah.
That's your line. You delivered it well too. He's a numbers guy.
Vegas Dicks, folks, check it out. It's all over Facebook.
Oh, by the way, we're getting more traction right now because I took out Dick's.
Whatever, you take out the dick and you get a little more traction.
You pull the dick out, and things.
It's amazing how things
Louis C.K.
He's back, by the way, selling out the Garden.
He's
a couple nights at the Garden,
dude. He's fucking. This is the worst thing that happened to his career is the best thing.
He's back with
he's actually masturbating on stage now because it's acceptable.
I'll pay to see it. So I got seven wings, 9 French fries, and a club soda at the tap room at the Charlotte Airport. What do you think that's going for?
$26.
Right in there. Yeah, it was $31 with tip.
With tip. I didn't do tip. So I was
$31.
That's crazy, isn't it?
7 chicken wings, 9 French fries, and a club soda.
Yep.
What if I had done a couple of glasses of wine, or I'm gonna have an $80 bill at a tap room for wings?
Now here's what's interesting.
Ridiculous.
We go to Portico in a suburb of Richmond, Virginia. We walk in, we go to the bar. I buy 4 drinks, $42 plus tip, $50. I buy 2 drinks last night, $40.
Yeah, well,
in LA, in Los Angeles.
Yeah, it's really.
Hold on a second. What's that, Paulie?
Said you're paying to be outside of Virginia.
You're paying to be outside of Virginia.
Oh, not a Virginia fan.
And Portico is the expensive place around.
Right. 4 beers at the Giants game Sunday.
$64.
The pain.
William,
you bombastic baboon.
William, can I just touch it once?
How is he not related to? He's Floyd the Barber. They're both the same.
Andy.
Where's Opie? We'll bring Opie back.
Is Opie home?
Does Opie need his pubes cut? 4 beers at the Giants game.
$64.
You're right there, $66. Is that a lot? Like, what are we doing here? What is this? What world are we living in where this became?
Because players are signing $180 million contracts. That's why.
Yeah, there's 75,000 people in this. They made that money back that game, for God's sake. $66. Wow. Incredible.
Hey, Aaron Judge.
4 dumb beers.
Aaron Judge.
60 home runs, baby. Tonight. We're recording on
61, right?
Thursday.
Coming
tonight.
Tonight.
Tonight's Thursday night. Yeah, tonight. Aaron Judge.
Could
No,
be
that's like
61.
I was saying about
Roger
you too.
Maris, right?
Yeah.
Ties
Do
Roger Maris.
Yeah, not Barry Bonds. That doesn't fucking exist.
Is there because of Asterix? Because of
Yeah.
the juice?
He was on the juice, man. He was on the roids. It's unofficial. Fuck it. But the Maris family's coming to Yankee Stadium tonight.
Yeah.
They, that they're saying that's the record. But we were saying before, does U2 matter anymore? Does anyone care about baseball? Are people talking about Aaron Judge the way they should be? This guy,
It did get a lot of coverage.
He bet on himself. He didn't take. They offered him $250 million last year. He said, "No, I'll just play the year and we'll see what happens." And he won. He won that bet.
Wow.
Yeah,
he's a good kid.
He's a great guy, but 30. He'll be 32 next year, and he's injury prone. He got through this year, great.
Yeah.
And he's going to want 10 years. How the fuck do you do it? You can't.
You can't get 10 years out of that body.
He wants. I suppose that's what they're saying. They want his age. They want 10 years.
7 years.
39 to 40 mil a year for 10 years, guaranteed. And some people go, the Yankees. They go, the Yankees have to sign him. I'm like, how can you do that?
You can't afford. You're gonna have a weak team. You won't be able to afford any good players.
You cripple your organization for the next years.
Nah, I can't do
guaranteed. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, but the Dodgers, the Giants, the Yankees, Boston, they say they're all going to be right there bidding for him.
42 years old, so he's going to be sitting the last 2 seasons, 3 seasons.
I guess you don't care about it. You look at it like, I got him.
Win now,
and the
tomorrow.
next year or the year after we win.
At a discount.
We'll dump them somehow, Yeah. So, but that's tonight. But my question, do people care? What do you think?
Well, I'm seeing a lot of empty seats in the coverage when they show the stands, seeing a lot of empty seats with baseball. And
do you hear it amongst your
young people are not
chat with
talking? No, I'm not
Aaron
hearing.
Judge going to break the record.
No, it was all over the New York news. Obviously, I was watching some New York news on the plane, and they were like, it was nonstop.
Right, but I just wonder, like, does anyone care?
Have you seen my injury? By the way, I'm like Aaron Judge. I get injured all the time. Did you see that?
Yeah, I can see it. If you're on Patreon,
it's like
called a gaping wound. A gaping wound.
Yeah, now I can really go fuck myself. Thank you very much.
What the hell? What'd you do there, man? What was that for?
I don't know. We went to a fancy schmancy restaurant before we went back east. I met up with my friends, Lenny Marcus and his lovely wife, Gina. And we went to this French restaurant. And I picked up the menu. I turned a couple of pages. And all of a sudden I looked down.
Wow. I don't know. It's odd. I don't know if I buy that. It sounds like a cover story for some, something happened in the rack or something, and you're covering it with a menu at a French restaurant. All right. Well, I'm done. Thank you.
Are we done with this podcast today?
I believe so. I think we've yucked it up and chatted it up and caught up and all the other ups. It's nice to do it with good Wi-Fi, both on land, nice to be in sync a bit.
I don't know if I'm going to be doing a lot of bells and whistles on this one.
No whistles. No, but this is a fucking primo. This is a golden microphone. I give this one to the Hall of Fame.
Yikes.
Podcast Magazine's going to want this one.
Hey, please check out the Talking Dicks podcast everywhere. You're listening to it now, but also check out our web series, The Two Dicks. And we are getting some new momentum. We're getting some new traction on our latest episode, The Two Dicks in Vegas Dicks. And dude, I've watched it again and it's pretty good.
It's good. It's a good one.
Yeah.
I like, and we have good people in it. It's fun. It's it's lengthy. It's a decent length for a little web series ep. And
it's growing on me quite a bit.
Nice.
All
and
right,
you'll
Commander.
be down maybe in the old Florida area in a month or two, and maybe we throw the suits on and dick it up a little. What do you say, buddy? Dick it up a little.
Let's throw the suits on and dick it up a little.
There we go. Base.
Good luck in prison.
Iceberg, dead ahead.
Don't forget to review us and rate us. It really helps.
The Talking Dicks became friends at a very young age, and the rest is history.
I'm losing my mind.
Patreon.com/The Two Dicks, which is named after our web series. This is the Talking Dicks Comedy Podcast. Thanks for tuning in.
Done.
I didn't kill my wife. I don't care.
We'll fix it in post, you son of a bitch.
Okay, sure.
All right. Subscribe, Mary. This was a horrible mistake.
Go to patreon.com/The Two Dicks.
If you shoot me, you won't see a cent of that money. Why?
I think it ends on that. That's beautiful.